Hello. Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of Fungus Among Us, the official PSNBS Last of Us podcast recap and review show. I got to put all that in there so everybody understands what this is. This is a special day.
That sounds crazy.
So I'm RTX Lexx. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm joined by my partners right here. Steels 1682.
Yes, sir.
What's goody?
And the almighty Trav, the source.
The source is in the building.
If you don't know, join the Patron. You can get access to the Discord where we can discuss all types of things, not just gaming.
They're not
discuss
even,
a lot of things.
They're not even waiting. They're already going in.
Oh, they're already going in.
The comments already going in.
Got all right.
Scores.
Shout out to the most lovable. Shout out to the most lovable.
Shout out to
course.
the most lovable.
Bro.
Always.
Can we block Gabe till after the playoffs?
Real quick, some housekeeping. We're doing our Thursday live, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Xbox Direct.
7:30. Xbox Direct.
Xbox. Oh my God.
Xbox Direct.
Xbox.
Join us for that. That's going to be awesome. Steels, are you playing this Friday? Some Callisto?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm playing something.
Okay,
Another
something.
game. I just keep buying fucking games.
It happens, man. Play.
Yeah, it just happens.
Play on. Trav, are you playing?
Playing tomorrow.
You're playing tomorrow?
Going live.
Okay. Mystery
Yes,
game? Mystery game?
Just a bunch of. It's gonna be just a chill. We're gonna be talking about some random hip hop news and get some gaming in, man. Some old school gaming.
Oh, a little
All right,
extra. Read all
Yeah,
about
man.
it.
Almighty and BS, man. We here.
So if you're just joining us after that long intro of what the podcast is called, we're going to talk about The Last of Us. The Last of Us is a little show that premiered yesterday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on HBO Max, the GOAT of all programming,
Yes.
the blueprint of programming, of television programming. And we got some things to say about this. So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. And first, I'm going to say welcome, chat. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I am outside, and it is pretty chilly out here.
Did we all stay up last night and watch it?
Yes,
I watched it.
Yes,
I watched it like not at 9 o'clock because I was stuck on
at 9.
Persona. I couldn't
Oh.
save. I was in the Persona part where I couldn't save, and I was like, "Hurry up! I already know this dialogue."
I started at exactly 9 o'clock, but I didn't realize it was an hour and a half. So I stopped at 10 and went to bed, and then I finished it today.
Okay, awesome. All right, so Last of Us is a little show based on a video game. And real quick, I just want to run through the cast. This is your first time listening. I want you guys to reference this episode moving forward. It stars Pedro Pascal as Joel. You may have seen him in The Mandalorian briefly. And the movie we won't talk about, Wonder Woman 1984. He was Maxwell Lord. Bella Ramsey as Ellie. She was in Game of Thrones. This is my first time seeing Bella Ramsey. I have not watched Game of Thrones. I'm not interested yet.
Yeah.
Anna Torv as Tess. You may know her from Fringe, but before that, I have been a fan since Heavenly Sword.
Oh, she was
the main protagonist. She was the voice actress. Yes. That's when I first discovered her. Then I saw her pictures and I was like, wow.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden she got Fringe and I was like, wow. So shout out to her agent. Then we have Gabriel Luna as Tommy. You may have seen him. I didn't see him, but I've seen the trailers in Terminator Dark Fate. He was Rev 9 in Terminator Dark Fate. If you guys saw that movie. If you did, I'm sorry. And Nico Parker as Sarah. These are the mains. Her film debut was Dumbo. I have never seen her before. She does look familiar. I haven't seen Dumbo, but she was Sarah. So that's pretty much and it's produced by Neil Druckmann, who did the game, and Craig Mazin, who did Chernobyl. If you guys haven't had a chance, please watch Chernobyl. Very interesting show. Really cool atmosphere. It kind of gives you a sense. It might give you a sense of where the production is headed as far as set pieces and ideas for cinematography and things like that. So check out Chernobyl. It's also on HBO.
Pop said Anna Torv was also in Mindhunter on Netflix.
But I haven't seen Mindhunter. But
Yeah,
thank you.
neither
I
have
will
I.
probably have to check that out because I'm a huge fan. So cool. So that's pretty much all that out of the way. So let me give you my thoughts on this show. It's very, very special to me, as you all may know. If you don't know, the Discord knows, the bullshitters know, and my podmates know this was very special to me. And all I got to say is right off the bat, right off top, I'm going to say this show was perfection. This show was perfection.
I was waiting for
First
extreme
First
12 to 6, if you know that terminology, curveball
Mhm.
from you. I was really expecting. I was wondering. I was like, damn, I wonder if he's gonna come here and just be like, nope.
No, I think the first episode knocked it out of the park to be as cliche as possible. A lot of moments where I was sitting there and I was like, I could mouth the scenes. I was like,
Yep.
yeah, she's gonna say that, he's gonna say that. Look at that over there. Look at that. I remember that. I'm still playing the game now.
Right.
So I'm kind of like, wow, everything just came to life. The world building at the beginning was sharp and it was to the point. I like that intro with the debate. I've seen tons of those debates because I watch debates and I'm into politics and stuff. But and it was really, really, really well done. They respected the lore, man. They respected what the game was about, the foundation of the game, which this is how you do it. You can add your new stuff here and there, but don't forget, I always say, don't forget the people that got you there. And they didn't. I love the cast. Joel was great. I couldn't keep my eyes off Joel, man. It was like watching Joel. It was like watching Joel.
It was freaky.
It was freaky. I was like, yo, the costumes. I was like, yo, what the? Am I watching a cutscene? What the hell's going on here? Bella Ramsey as Ellie. I like it. I'm feeling it. Like I said, she's new to me, so I have no background on her. So I heard she's a good actress.
In Game of Thrones, she plays a very similar part. She's like the queen leader of this whole realm or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And she's younger there, obviously, than where she is now.
Right.
And she was the badass. She was like, you don't want to cross me. If you do, you're going to get basically floated. There's this giant hole in the floor. Open the door. See if you can fly kind of shit. Like she was no joke in Game of Thrones.
I like I said, I was worried about that, but it's okay because I like, for me, it's just, it is what it is, guys. We're gonna be there, we're gonna see it. So that's just one of the things, what's one of the caveats we're gonna have to take watching this show going in. You're going to see some things where you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know that happens. Oh yeah, I know what happens next. And then, but the real interesting are the pockets, those pockets, that background that they bring up, like going over to the old lady's house. You know, when Sarah was over there hanging out, baking cookies. And grandma was there. You know, those little pockets are the moments that I'm kind of there for.
The show's gonna shine. Yeah.
That's where the show's gonna shine to us. The people that have played the game, to people that haven't played the game, they're just gonna watch it. Hopefully they're gonna watch a solid, good show that they like.
Right.
But for us, it's more about, okay, the Easter eggs, we see the scenes, we see the Easter eggs you're throwing out there, but the background stories, the pockets, that's what's really going to draw us in. And there's enough there to keep me engaged, you know, and it's a great story. I mean, it's HBO Max, guys. I mean, like I said, I like it, but the budget is there, you know, but I just love the freedoms they took. They got the original composer. The music was there. The music was there. It was very well done. I'm just over the moon about this show. What do you guys think? Steels, give me something.
I think I put it in really good perspective to kind of collaborate with what you said earlier today at work. I could literally have sat there with my controller in my hand and thought I was playing the damn game.
Yeah.
While I was watching. But I know you had mentioned this previously on our regular podcast. You hope that it's not exactly word for word, exactly like the game itself. Like they just took the cutscenes out, kind of like other movies did. You know, we don't have to throw them that far under the bus.
We already know.
They kind of did. They like you said, they stayed really true to the lore, but I didn't feel upset about it. Like I accepted it, and it was just, I enjoyed it, and I'm like, I'm like, I saw what he's saying here, how the fact that you know the dialogue so well could kind of ruin the show. I look at it this way: Anybody, tell me your favorite movie of all time that you've watched 1,000,000 times. You can act it out. You're gonna watch it 1,000,000 more times. You're not gonna stop watching it. So that's not gonna bother me. But I enjoyed it. I love the look of it. I mean, the feel of it. All the emotions was already coming back.
Yep.
As I'm sitting there, I'm like, all the emotions already building up. Yeah, I know I talk shit about the cast at first. You know, I read the book before the cover, or the cover before the book. At least with Joel, I'm gonna confront right now 100,000,000% and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Pedro,
Yeah, Ellie's still up for debate for me.
well done. I saw some screenshots today that I probably should have saved, but it had IGN's like stamps on them, so I didn't really want to put them in here right now. They did some stills from the game and the movie, and it was
I seen on Twitter
identical. Yep. And seeing Joel holding his daughter while Pedro was holding his daughter, I was like, holy shit. Yeah. This is a game that's quite a few years old with a show that just came out, and it is pretty damn close. Like I was like, all right, I take that back. As far as Ellie now, like Trav said, I'm still on the fence with her. I'm not saying her as
she didn't get her shine on,
as an actress, but just her part. I don't remember her really acting like that up front, all that aggressive, and cursing all the time and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I only played the game the one time, so I can't. It's been such a long time, but I didn't think Ellie was she that aggressive up front.
She wasn't. She messed with Joel. She didn't. She
no,
was
not even before Joel. Like when she was like cursing at the people and like being all sarcastic, and when she was coming to the damn wall and stuff like that.
Just look back to the prequel game with Riley. Remember that game? Remember how she was?
I never played that either.
She was like that.
Oh, okay.
She's always been like that.
See, I never played the prequel.
She's always been like. If you played the prequel with I forgot the name of the prequel.
Forgotten Us or something like that, or something.
Yeah, but if she was like that. She was like that. She was
quick,
just a little brat.
I saw Royal put that he didn't care for it too much, but still gave it a 7.5. He said that it was missing a lot of stuff.
Left Behind. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, let me just go up. They skipped so much, too many changes. I did not see that at all.
Yeah,
I thought I watched the entire game start to finish, and then they added a couple little, like you guys said, fillers. I really did not see any extreme changes. The only thing I wasn't too sure about, did 20 years really pass from when the daughter died? It was 20 in the game? Like I said, I haven't played it in so long. When they said 20 years, I'm like, damn, that's how much time passed?
20 years, man.
Okay. Well, then that was my only thing that I was like, when they changed that, I did not notice anything else really being changed, because I was playing the scenes in my mind before they were coming, because I'm like, I want to see if I remember, and I want to see if they're going to stick to this.
Yeah, like I said,
the part where the three guys come to stop Tess and Joel.
Yeah, it's not so much about, like I said, remember, it's they're going to take their freedoms.
Right. I mean, there's not going to be
they're going to take their freedoms for the sake of TV. They don't have 30 hours to you know, they're going to fast track a few things. They're going to kind of play out what's best. Yeah, they're going to try to work out what's best for the flow of the show.
Listen,
they got to put 40 hours into 9 hours.
We know the part with Robert didn't happen exactly.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, let's just be hopeful and glad that it's not going to be like House of Dragons, where every freaking show was anywhere from 2 to 30-year freaking jump, and we got to put pieces of the puzzle together every freaking episode and stuff like that. You know, I mean, if they leave out a little thing here and there, I mean, as long as they I mean, I didn't even remember that. Like I said, I felt like they captured everything perfectly.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Trav.
I'm gonna start with the debate scene in the beginning. That got me right there.
Yeah,
that set the tone. Because remember, you know, everybody was talking about the spores not being in the thing, but then when he like described the fungus and this, that, and the third, I was like, okay,
it's about control.
Like how they said,
not about death. It's about control.
Right. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then when it cuts to the intro video, you know me, I'm a little like, sometimes I like to look too much into details. When I saw the intro video kind of look similar to like a Game of Thrones intro, I'm like, oh, the budget's here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always watch the intro, the first one. I always
Yeah.
watch the first. After that, I skip it.
Yeah. So I watched. I said, "Oh, the budget's here." And I played Last of Us one time. I beat it, finished it when I think I played it on the PS4, the remastered version or whatever. There was parts that just like had me, on the edge of the bed, when she was over next door and she was at the bookshelf. She was going crazy behind her. Like, I'm like, oh, what the fuck's about to happen? Because in my mind, I'm thinking TV world. I'm like, are they going to make a left turn here? Are they going to spin the story here? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm expecting something to be not to beat like the game. But I enjoyed that they followed true to the game's lore, from what happens when, the infamous the ride, the truck drive. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was in the truck with him.
Yeah, that whole scene was excellent.
Yeah,
I watched that scene twice.
We'll get to the scenes. We'll get to the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, if not to hold everybody up, but I enjoyed everything. What I mostly enjoyed is that, like, I got like my sister calling me like, "Hey, I'm hearing about this
Yes, they
show
were a
called
couple.
Last of Us."
Yeah,
They were a couple. They were a couple.
My
They were
sister's
not
never
brother and
touched a
sister.
PlayStation. She doesn't know what a PlayStation. She knows what a PlayStation is, obviously, but she never touched a PlayStation. But she just heard this Last of Us show, and she's like, "Should I be watching this? Do I need to like know about the video game to watch this?" I was like, "No,
Lucky her.
just go ahead and watch it." I said, "When you watch it, give me a call."
Yeah,
I watched it late last night. My girl didn't get to watch it, but I can't wait to have her watch it because I know once she watches this, she's most likely going to want to play the game because she's never played the game. But she's played Metal Gear. She's played Resident Evil. So she kind of, when she sees the show, I already know, like, I might have to pick up this remaster master.
Hell no. I don't want. I'm sorry. I don't want to be woken up at 2 or 3 in the morning with my son saying there's fungus in my room.
Oh wow. I will have to
enjoyed
agree with Royal. He did say that we didn't even get to see the Robert chase. I was expecting that during that one little section. I was like, oh, this is where they're gonna chase him down this net. That didn't happen, but I still wasn't upset.
Yeah.
The route they took with it, I wasn't upset. I was 100% in the zone.
Yeah. Let's talk about the scenes now.
Yeah.
The scenes that we like, the scenes that were similar. Speaking of the Robert scene, I think the Robert scene, the purpose of it in the game was to highlight how brutal Tess is. Because that was her introduction. Because you just see her as this woman, because you played as Joel for the beginning of the game, you're playing as Joel. All of a sudden you see this woman come up and she's cussing and she's kind of giving out orders. She seems like she's in charge and Joel is following. And you're kind of like, well, who the hell is this chick? And then in the game, she's kind of like, listen, she's somebody in the game because everybody knows who she is. And in the series, what they did is they did the same thing, but Robert was like, hey, I want to let you go, but I don't want the big guy. Don't tell the big guy because we know what he can do.
They kind of flipped it. They made Joel seem like he was running the streets.
Right. But in the relationship, she's kind of like the lead, which wasn't how it was in the game. Yeah. Joel kind of just followed.
The mouthpiece.
She was the muscle. He was the muscle. Yeah. She's the brains. Joel is the muscle. You know what I'm saying? So I like what they did. We didn't need the Robert chase. The Robert chase was great. Served as a game, the mechanic for shooting and learning how to cover. Remember, learning how to do cover and things like that. And I think for the series, Robert's plot device was just he screwed us over. We're gonna go get him. That's it. That was his whole purpose.
Right.
And then it connected to Marlene, which the way they flipped the scene was better that way because now you have Joel being reintroduced to Marlene because they have a history.
Yeah.
So everybody knows each other. Then you have Ellie's introduction to Joel.
Right.
By literally throwing her against the wall.
Right.
Basically, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have that confrontation, which serves a better purpose for the show wise. When somebody's watching it, it kind of moves the plot forward. Remember, guys, there's a lot to see. There's a lot left to see. There's a lot they got to fit in there. A lot of character development coming up.
Oh yeah,
the relationship between Joel and Ellie. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that scene was good. I thought the scene with at the beginning in the truck, as Trav said, was fantastic. Even the burning house was right on point.
Right
Yes.
on.
Looking for that burning house.
The signs,
That burning
the highway
house.
signs with the cop
The same
cars,
turns,
the fire trucks.
the fire
I was just
truck.
Like, damn. Okay.
I was just like, whoa. It started off different, which is great. It was grandma,
Yeah.
you know. She did wake up and she was running around the house, and it was great. It was great. I love that
Bro,
part.
those effects with the fungus coming out the mouth,
Yeah, the tendrils.
that raised the bar.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That
for
looked real.
zombies.
That looked
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Then the plane crash, instead of the car hitting the truck, it was the plane crash. Like
Yep.
the budget is there. They said, you know what, we got money. What's the biggest thing we can crash that makes the most impact?
Because I thought it was a car, right? Wasn't it a
it
car?
was a
that
car.
They
It
got
was a car.
T-boned.
Yes.
So they
Yeah,
kind
they
of
got
showed
T-boned.
that, but then that's not what caused the accident.
Right. They like alluded to it, like, oh, it's
Yeah.
about to happen, and they beat it. I'm like, what the hell? Like, they usually get taken out at this intersection. Then they hit the.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
dope.
What's another scene you guys liked?
Well, since
The
we
death.
were on that topic, seeing how Joel's running the streets, that whole little deal,
Oh yeah, the backdoor deals.
the backdoor
Oh,
deal that went
oh.
down.
Yeah.
Like I got you, you got me. Go ahead and kill me, but you know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not afraid to.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
That was great. That was great world building. Letting them know, it lets you know the status of Joel and Tess, that they're a big deal here. They're a big deal, that even the leader of the Fireflies is asking them for help,
Right.
trusting them with such precious cargo. You know what I'm saying? In the game, it kind of made it look like, oh yeah, you're kind of all I've got.
Yeah.
And here's kind of like, yeah, since you're here and you're a badass,
Yeah.
can you do this thing for me and I'll give you everything you want? So that was great.
Right.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
That death scene, man, when the daughter.
Oh yeah,
I
Sarah.
mean, in the video game, it was like, oh, this is an adult game. When that happened for me playing the game the first time, I was like, oh, this is for me. This is for, you know what I'm saying, somebody at my age that could respect a good scene in like a movie. So seeing it on the screen like this, played out, act out, bro.
It hit different.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I got a little choked up, man.
Oh yeah. That was
They put on a what's her name? The actress that played the daughter. What's her name?
Nico.
Oh,
Nico Parker.
Yeah,
I think
Nico.
it is.
an accent
Yeah, Nico
too.
Parker.
She put on
she's not from here.
She put on a clinic.
Yeah, she did an incredible job.
Yeah.
To that death scene.
Yeah.
She did. I know people were upset.
I felt like I could feel
Nico Parker.
I feel like I could
Nico
feel
Parker,
her
yeah.
pain, like when he was trying to move her, and he was just trying to.
Yeah.
She was like
She
holding
was
him back, like it
screaming,
was in pain. You
screaming,
could just,
so much
you could
pain,
just feel
you
like
could
she's
hear
a
her.
kid, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like she can't relax, like you know what I'm saying. She's been shot, you know what I'm saying. It's like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, and that one spot is like when I can't wait to hear like my sister call me, be like, oh my god, like what the, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait to.
I knew she looks exactly like Tandy Newton. I was about to say she looks like Tandy Newton.
The way they built her character so fast. Like
I mean, they did it in the game.
Even knowing in the game, like
Yeah.
the whole going to the watch scene.
Yes.
You know, that extra of I'm doing this for my dad because I know he's not, like when she was taking the money, I'm like, we got a little thief on our hand here.
Yeah.
Like,
My mind was going crazy. I was thinking she was gonna go buy some fungus drugs and break out.
and then she did that, and then even she was all like, well, you know, you ain't gonna do it, and this and that, so I did it for you, blah 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 blah. And I was like, you know, you felt for her real fast, even though knowing what's coming. You know, like she played that thing so good. She played.
They
it
did
so
their
good.
job.
Perfect.
They did their job, which is that they knew that was an important scene. They knew that scene had impact right away, and it was masterful, man. It was she nailed it. They all nailed it.
Yeah, everyone. So far
hopefully there'll be flashbacks. Yeah, I think Gabe has. Hopefully they'll have flashbacks.
I'll bet money on it. I wouldn't think she'll be a one and done. I think there will be
man, it'd be a shame. It'd be a shame
because I mean they had flashbacks at almost at the end of the episode when when he's down when they're in the trenches and the cop is scanning them.
Oh,
you know
that scene right there. That's the one I was going to talk about.
Okay, go ahead, Lex.
The way Joel snapped
Yeah.
and protected Ellie. And the way Ellie was looking at him, like, damn, this guy doesn't even know me.
No,
And
she was
he's
enjoying it.
She was enjoying it. No, she was
Yes.
enjoying it.
She was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna protect me."
Like
Yeah.
she was
But
like,
she was like,
yo,
"Oh, he did something wrong. He's getting it."
yeah, man. That
Totally,
scene,
total opposite. Of
she
what
got closer
daughter,
and closer to him. You saw that, right?
Yeah,
She started getting like looking like, yo,
yeah. Because when he killed the
the
grandma,
his
the
daughter
daughter
was not
like,
for it.
No, not one
No.
bit.
yeah, she was
So you
the
can see
exact
where
opposite.
in the 20 years. And
Yeah,
it's
where
funny
he's at.
you bring that up because watching just this first episode, and this may already ruffle some feathers because we already know where Last of Us 2 goes with certain people. literally, while watching this show, seeing from start to finish, it rewinding in my mind multiple times, seeing how he was just meleeing the shit out of that guy. And she was enjoying it and knowing what's to come. I'm more Team Abby now. I'm not. Listen,
I love Abby. I said at the
that
beginning.
whole emotional thing about, oh no, Joel, this and that. He's a monster, bro. He's a monster.
There's no good guys. There's no good guys.
I just forgot.
Yeah. Everybody's just trying to survive.
Everybody's just trying to
survive. But I mean, listen, if I'm in those footsteps like that, he's a cold-blooded killer, bro.
Okay, but do you let Ellie? If you're
he didn't know it was for Ellie. He saw Sarah.
He saw Sarah. He snapped. He was
on drugs. He was drinking on drugs in the show. They're obviously showing you that he's not mentally stable.
Yeah, he's not right.
Right.
He's everywhere.
And he's I see, I kill.
Yeah, basically.
Right. Yeah.
He's they're making Joel a little bit more menacing this way.
I mean, but even to the scene when they were disposing the bodies at the
he just picked up the kid. He just picked up the kid and was like, yep, boom.
And
after 20 years, the lady's like, I still can't do this. And he's like, well,
did y'all know what was going to happen to that kid? Did y'all know?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
Okay.
My wife didn't know. Angel didn't know. Angel watched it with me. She didn't know.
I knew she didn't know he was getting the special drugs.
And I looked at her and I go, after the scene, they give you a minute to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, that little scene where they're doing the bodies, and I'm like, hey, you know that kid is dead, right? And she's like,
he's
what?
in the back of the truck.
Yeah, he's done. He's next.
Yeah. Once the truck pulled up and she said I can't do this, I'm like,
once I saw that red scan,
yeah.
You're gonna get some ice cream and you're gonna get to play with some toys.
Oh yeah, that messed me up, man. It did mess me up. As a father, it messed me up.
Looked at her like that lady looked at that kid just so
through him, just like I'm just saying lines.
This is just
I'm gaslighting you right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying these lines because we're gonna kill you.
Yeah,
we're gonna straight up murder you.
Don't worry,
you're gonna go peaceful.
Help you. It's okay.
Whew. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
So anything else, Trav? Any other scenes, steals, Trav, that you guys?
I'm pretty sure there's more that I'm missing out, but I'm gonna rewatch it again with my girl.
Okay.
Most likely
it's like an hour and 20 minutes, I believe, right?
120. Yep, an hour 20. It's good, man. I'm glad that I have something now that I can look forward to every week. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Would you? I'm hearing a lot. Real quick, I'm hearing, like, I went to social media, I think this morning, and I'm not surprised because I watch these shows in a bubble and I play my games in a bubble, but social media is like, yo, Perfect 10's greatest video game adaptation ever. Like, everybody's just going full in on the show.
First episode.
On the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw a sign, which I'll never forget. And I'm gonna cuss here, but it said specifically, our expectations were high, but holy fuck. That's what it said. That's what it said. And social media is, everybody's on. I mean, if you look at if you care about reviews, it's at a 99% on critics and 96% on audience.
That's
96% on audience and 99 for once.
So, all right,
that's crazy.
Let's step out of this realm real quick. Let's think of California. Let's think of Hollywood. They see this now. They see what Last of Us just did.
Yes.
What's the next franchise that's
God of War?
God of War has to get the budget. You think
God
Amazon
of
is going to
War.
be because Amazon it got God of War, right?
I think I don't know if they've gotten it, but I think they're the ones that are expecting to have it or
I
something.
think it's
that.
Amazon. It's Amazon.
Is that
Amazon?
They do
I
have
think
it?
Amazon
Okay.
got the ink on it.
They have the
So
money.
If you're Amazon, do you look at what they just did with Last of Us and said, you know what?
You got to go above and beyond.
I think we did 10. I think we were gonna do $2 million on this. I think we might have to go 10. Do you put more money in the pot?
It's not about the money. Not about the money. The money does help. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you gotta have great actors and actresses. All right.
Uh-huh.
You gotta have a great
Horizon.
story.
Judd.
You gotta have a good director, a good showrunner. You gotta the people in charge have to know what they're doing. And they have if they make a God of War series and Corey Barlog is part of it, which no doubt he will be. The smart thing is to get Chris Judd as Kratos.
Facts.
That's the smart thing to do.
I don't want Batista.
He is an actor. He's not like some guy that's just a voice actor. He is an accomplished actor. He's been around for a long time.
And he respects the craft.
He respects the craft, and that is Kratos. That's already on the win column because you know he's going to give everything he has in his body and soul to make sure this is it. So that's a win right there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pick Batista anyway, bro. Triple H
that's
right
what
now.
that's what
right
they're
now
saying.
looks like Kratos. All you need to do is just put the red fucking on him.
True,
but he can't act. But he can't act.
Look at
Did you
Triple
see
H
Blade
in the
3?
Blade. Yeah, I was just gonna say he had one gig and they got him out of here.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? Batista, he's
Batista's
like I said,
solid. I mean, he works
solid,
hard.
but he's not to that caliber.
Batista needs to just play Gears. He needs to be
roles.
in Gears. He needs to be Marcus in
That's
Gears.
what I'm thinking, Gabe. I don't know if Chris can play the part physically, like actually look like the body of Kratos.
Man,
if we're doing the whole live action shit.
Oh,
I mean, if Tom Cruise
movie
can do it
magic,
at
man.
60s, and you got, I mean,
Harrison Ford. Come on, man.
I mean, dude, they can pump him full of you know what, and he'll be good to go. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm happy. And then I did what? Did you guys watch that like next time on the last?
Oh yeah, that's great. That's what they do with their shows. They give you.
Well, I
a recap.
watched the whatever the thing is after, like inside the show.
podcast. Yeah.
No, not the podcast.
The episode. Yeah,
yeah, inside the scene or something like that.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that today.
Yeah, I did watch that. That's where they talked about what we brought up with him looking, the way he acted with Sarah, and then the way he acted with Ellie. Completely different, but he thought he was in the same situation.
Like I said,
right.
I'm like, honestly, after watching this first episode,
Tom Cruise is
I honestly feel like by the time we get into like episode 3 or 4, I could already feel me wanting to go back and playing Last of Us 1 and 2. I can see me easily. So I think
I've been playing
now looking at what they did by re-releasing Last of Us 1 with the upgraded PS5,
which is worth it 100%, as I said.
I think they did the smart business decision because they knew what the show was gonna do.
They made it free for 2 hours.
It's gonna get you in your system, and it's gonna be like, and now they just gave us 2 hours to try it out.
Yeah,
they know what they're doing, man.
As a trial, right? A time trial
bro.
for the Push and P Premium.
I am getting the PC release as well.
I would not be surprised if by next month the stats come out for this month that The Last of Us Part 1 is in the top 10 most sold or downloaded game for PS5. This month.
Absolutely. We'll keep an eye on
because of the show. Because of the show.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's gonna get people in there, and that's one of the things I saw. Some of the reviewers that got to watch it previously, or even I think it was the director had said, someone who had watched it said that this show is gonna hit no matter you watch the game or not, or you played the game or not. This is gonna be for both sides, because usually it's one or the other.
Right.
Usually it's like only the people who played the game can understand it, or they just absolutely kill it, and then a person who never played the game goes, "Oh, it's actually a cool action flick."
Right. And and then we also see another franchise. Somebody's getting sued. That's actually trying to ride the wave. It looks like the day before the game that was announced 2 years ago that we've only seen 6 minutes of. All of a sudden has come out of silence.
Now all of a sudden, this Last of Us shit's up in the air.
Now Last of Us is shown. Now all of a sudden today they come out and say, hey guys, don't worry. This month we're going to be showing a bunch of raw footage. Never even heard of this saying, not trailers, but raw footage of the game. And the game is still slated to drop March 1st.
Yeah,
So
they haven't their last showcase. If anything, it was like
Whoa, what was that? We hit
Like-
the remix. Remix.
Yeah, your voice just cut out and did something real.
oh,
wacky.
because I hit my mic. That's what it was. But
Oh,
their
Alright, go
last
ahead, say it
showcase
again.
wasn't much of a showcase.
Right.
It was just like, you know how movies cut trailers and they basically just do different angles and
yeah.
they cut this and paste that. They did
Yeah.
some of that, and people were like, dude, like the game is in March. Like we're almost there. And we haven't had a walkthrough. We haven't had any.
Yeah, we don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah, we just see some
Other than
dude shooting.
walking around.
We just see
and
the
shooting
division.
shit.
We see the division with zombies. That's what we see right now.
Is one of y'all gonna put a bid in for it? You gonna take a shot in the dark?
No,
Put a
that's
bid
gonna
on
flop.
for
That's
it?
gonna flop hard. That's gonna
Put
Yeah,
it
so-
right in the wave.
That's gonna.
Someone put a bid so I can put a bid for a
I
counter
will
pick.
counter pick the hell out of that freaking
From
game.
the name.
I'll just put me down as a counter pick, just right
All
now.
all you have to do is just look at the name, look at how they have their screenshots. It's all
The
last.
cover, it's whack.
It's
looks
it's
bad.
nasty. It's nasty, and they know they have to drop this game before what factions or whatever they end up calling Last
TC
of Us
Carson?
multiplayer.
Who's
Yeah, that was the original voice actor for the God of War series.
Oh, the guy from Living Single.
But Lex, I'm pretty sure it's too early for viewership on HBO Max. I mean, I watched right at 9:00. My app kind of acted a little weird, like
Yeah.
it
It
crashed,
was
and then
definitely
it
gonna
went
be
through.
something.
So
Yeah,
I'm
there's
glad
definitely
that
gonna
the app held up.
Yeah, there's definitely.
Not
I mean,
happy. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say just like you said in the chat yesterday. I'm not happy about this 9:00 release, but I understand
not.
they want people to
No.
watch it all at the same time. But
Yep.
still, man, drop that thing in the middle of the day, man. Give me like a 6:00 time.
If
Give me
all the
prime-
episodes
give me
are
prime
hour,
time.
if all the episodes are over an hour, I'm gonna have to do half on Sunday, half on Monday because I
Yeah.
can't stay
Yeah.
up that late, man.
Oh
Same.
yeah, I'm probably gonna be the same.
Waking up
I'm
at
probably gonna
3:30
be-
in the morning.
I was
mean,
off today, but
Luckily, yesterday was the first time I slept all the way through without like waking up to use the bathroom or thinking I heard a weird noise or some shit. So even though I stayed up to 10, it was the best sleep I've had in a while.
Hey, all right,
Oh.
something going good for you, man.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But now tonight, that's a whole nother story.
yeah. All right.
So-
Well, that's it, guys. That's all I got. I look forward to next Sunday to see what happens. I think we're gonna get some big moments.
Yes.
Some big. I can already see because they're heading towards those buildings where we
Yeah.
might see some friends.
Mm.
We might see some
Yes.
friends. Yeah. So thank you, chat, for joining us. And as always, shout out to the most lovable.
Always.
We will be
Play
back
peace,
Thursday
watch in
live, covering our Xbox this Thursday, right? The Xbox event.
Oh my
The
God.
event's actually on Wednesday, but we're
Oh,
watching
Wednesday.
it on Thursday.
We're reacting to it on Thursday,
Yeah.
and we'll go over some other stuff for Steele's. Is Trav is playing tomorrow, right? You're playing tomorrow.
Yep,
Draft
playing
playing
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
All right, and Steele's is
Yeah,
playing
y'all
on
watch me play a
Friday.
little driver.
Yes, I will be on Friday this week.
All right, and I'll have to talk to Den. See, I know Den's been trying to get on, trying to do something, right?
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it. But all right, guys. Well, thank you, chat, for joining us, and we'll see you next time
Oh
on the
my
Fungus
God.
Among Us podcast about The Last of Us. They actually did it. A good adaptation of a video game
Yo,
in one episode.
the greatest.
Wow.
It's goated already. It's already the
Wow.
goat. I'm putting.
All
it
right,
out there.
guys. See you next time.
You're